They were like the little like granola bar chocolate chip things, and I was like, oh, they won't have it. And I was like, the last thing I want to do to my smoothie is just shove a bunch of sugar and glass syrup on field day. So I was like, a little granola bar. Yeah, he just turned 11. So. Yeah, yeah. We still haven't moved him yet. He's still. He's still. Yeah, I think it's. Yeah. So it's good. Yeah. Right. Yeah, he's up. Yeah.
Violet, you're gonna
And
be fantastic.
they're talking about Mother's Day. I'm doting on him. He loved it.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
go for it.
If you're searching for your spot, the graduate names are in alphabetical order by last name, starting here and down. So last name here, down. And please be aware of the cameras here in the center that will be filming the whole ceremony. Are you guys gonna like sit and enjoy? Okay. Well, unless you're in charge of kids, yeah. Well, I would suggest you grab chairs from the inside, anywhere from the red chair over or my chair over here and over. Of me? There's no reason to take a picture of me.
Because you are organized.
No, don't take a picture of me. I'm like.
You must be very tired. Work very hard.
My foot is really hurting.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You need a rest after this.
Yes.
But it seems pretty good. The weather is nice.
Yeah. Apparently people didn't pay attention to where to park. They didn't read my email about where to park.
Oh, so you tell them to park over there?
No, I did not.
Oh, you did not?
I told them to park in these spots right here.
Oh. Okay.
But at least 2 or 3 people have parked over in staff parking.
Oh, okay. But it's okay, right? So far.
It's fine. They just have to carry their own
So
stuff.
they do their speeches, and then when they're called up for the bag, that's when you want pomp and circumstance for each of them playing.
Yeah, you don't have to restart. You can keep playing.
We can learn 8 measures. Grab like the chunks.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll put a repeat.
Okay, okay, okay.
So this year more than last year, right? The students.
Yeah, last year was only 8.
Only this year 13? No,
13. Yep.
13, yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna hold it for jazz though. Are we gonna just have 2 wrists there? Yeah. Or just hold the whole thing?
I don't know if everyone is here yet. But like in about 5 minutes, yes. Because they're supposed to be here by now.
Yeah.
What's the gong for?
Effect. Not for pomp and circumstance.
No, no. We didn't do that. It's our new version of common circumstance.
I was like,
Featuring a gong.
yeah. Okay. Are those guys almost done with
Oh, nice. She got a gong. That's fancy. Nice. 12:48. Doing all right. We could probably use. I don't know. I don't see anybody out there.
I mean, they can move in front of the tree and
Move down.
Well, it's behind. Is that okay for right there on the?
on the within the firelight. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're
Yeah. Find a shadow and stake it out.
Okay.
Okay, in a few minutes, we're going to block off the parking lot. Does anyone know of somebody who's not here yet? Anyone know of someone not here yet? Okay. Then I would say go for it. And Kayla, if Eric hasn't already, can you turn around the sign and put it by the, thank you. Okay, if I can have everyone's attention. Hi, I'm Kelly Tynan, and I just wanted to go through some housekeeping things really quick before we get started. We are blocking off, as I said, the parking lot, and it does say, do not enter filming in progress, so let's keep our fingers crossed. We do have Ash Cherry here filming for us, so that this will be part of the larger ceremony put on YouTube tomorrow. There are 2 cameras. Just do be aware, if you come up to take a picture of your graduate when they come up to get their bag and certificate, because we'll give them a chance to stand here and you can come up and take pictures, just please don't run into Ash. That's all we ask. We also, he is an editor extraordinaire, so if something drastic happens, we can edit things out. Just be aware of that as well. Tomorrow, when I send out the compass, there will be a link, and it will include the entire ceremony. So not only this, but there will be the graduate slideshow. There will be a Tai Chi video. There'll be a greeting from Doc Schobel, and there will be a special message from Mrs. Seckler. So that will all be seen tomorrow as part of the entire YouTube program. Okay. I think we've got everyone getting settled and early. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. We're hoping to get everything wrapped up by 2:15 so that everyone can gather their tents and their chairs and be packed away before parents start showing up for afternoon pickup at around 2:45. But we do invite you to take pictures. After everything is over, we've got balloons at the monument sign, we've got the yard card, and we have a backdrop by the front office in the shade if you want to take a picture behind a congratulations graduate sign. Does anyone have any questions before we begin? Okay. I will give folks a couple more seconds to get their chairs settled, and we will get going in just a moment. Where did I put my phone?
Someone's stuck.
Someone is stuck.
Thank you.
Can you go or escort that white truck out of here?
Oh, and we probably put the filming sign closer to the street. Carol, can you see if is the filming sign turned around on that end? I don't see it, so I think so. Okay.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and we're going to get started. Thank you for coming today, because it's really exciting, actually, for me. I don't know, I think it's exciting for all the teachers. They were talking about it this morning, to see actually everyone, the families and everyone. We haven't seen everyone for so long. It was really exciting that we'd actually get to see people live. It's just a real sign that we're kind of getting back to something close to normal. And right now on the cameras, we're recording for tomorrow, but in the classrooms, in the whole school, all the kids are sitting in their classrooms, and this is being broadcast on all of the big screens in all the classrooms, so that even though it looks like we're just us, we're actually the whole school. We're all here. You just can't see us. Everyone's trying to do their best to stay safe, and you'll see me dabbing things with cloths to disinfect things as we go along. But by now, we're all pretty much used to all those kinds of things, I think. But I really am thankful that you guys are here and we're able to do this. And I'm very excited to hear all the speeches. And with that, I'm just going to say welcome. And to all of you guys, to the parents, to the graduates, to the teachers who were able to come, thank you very much for coming. And to all the kids, I'll look at the camera and say hi to all the kids that are in the classrooms watching. This will be very interesting, and one day you'll be up here too, okay? So it is the tradition going back for a long years at Ashbrook that each of the students gets to get up and give a speech. It's one of the trials of Ashbrook to get up and do it. Some people really like to get up and speak in front of an audience, and some people struggle with it a little bit, but it's really important that everyone gets up and does their best. Try it. And I think usually I'm very impressed with how they do. So without any further ado, Lynette, you want to explain?
So every year we have the bittersweet job of bidding a fond farewell to our 8th graders. As your teachers, we are nothing but proud to see your growth over the years, whether it's been 3 years or 11. I hope that you all know that your teachers care about you very much, and we feel honored to have played a part in your growing up and learning. You have all brought gifts to your classroom and to the school. All of your classmates are better off for having been by your side, and all of your teachers have learned as much from you and the way you think as you have from us. So thank you for being with us on this journey in which 2020 and the first part of 2021 were beyond what we would have ever imagined. Today, we are together again. Look around you, see your classmates, teachers, and parents. Take a moment to appreciate this moment. You have shown fortitude, grace, and spirit. As your English teacher, tour guide giver, book recommender, commandant, and AIS parent in your cohort for 10 years, you are very special to me. I'm proud of each of you, and I just want to say thank you for being you. And please keep just being you in all your wonderfulness as you head into your next academic experience. And now, let's hear these amazing speeches. Remember, articulate, you're masked and marvelous.
I don't think she touched it, but I want to make sure.
All right, hello. Okay, so, hello, my name is Liam Gottlieb, and on behalf of the 8th grade class, I would like to thank Ms. Weber and Mrs. Capps for teaching many great electives, as well as PE Health and 6th grade Math Core. Thank you both for making Ashbrook a better place. Thank you everyone for being here on this beautiful sunny day. First of all, I would like to express my immense gratitude towards my mom, dad, grandparents, and even my brother James for always supporting me and for giving me this opportunity to receive an astounding education at this school that I would not get anywhere else. I'd like to briefly go into more depth about my experience of going to Ashbrook for 10 years with my mother, Dr. Gottlieb, our middle school English teacher, and 8 years with my older brother James. Besides all the embarrassing stories told about me from them, having family in school alongside you for so long is a benefit few kids have. Oh. as I was saying, having family and school alongside you for so long is a benefit few kids have. Mom would always let me keep my stuff in her room, allow me to hang out in her classroom after school, and of course take me to school every day. When I was little, she would always visit me during school and make sure I was okay, which made me happy and reassured. Mom, thank you for always being a great teacher and supporter, and thank you in advance for continuing to support me in the future. And James, you can be a nice and a good older brother when you choose to, and I guess I enjoyed going to school with you for so long. And Dad, your brave duty of picking me up from extended day in elementary school and taking me to the orthodontist mid-school day shall never be forgotten. My teachers, all the way from Ms. Michelle in pre-K to Dr. Steckler and Mrs. Washburn in middle school, have taught me so much. I'd like to especially thank Mr. Wilson and Mr. Hunt for always making sure I understood every section we learned in math and that I was prepared for the tests, as well as making math a more fun and interesting learning experience. Thank you to all the staff for making Ashbrook what it is today. My friends, specifically Nathan, Reed, Jaden, and Nina, have always been great companions. We've shared hundreds of fun, unique, challenging, and memorable moments together throughout our years at Ashbrook, and I know we will share even more when we are in high school. I've been at this school for so much of my life that it almost feels surreal to be leaving and to be starting a new chapter. Ashbrook has not only given me a huge head start in the academic world, but it has also taught me to be a hardworking and compassionate person who is capable of critical thinking and creative expression. I have so many wonderful memories of learning new things, having fun with friends, meeting new people, and learning to be a better and more mature person. Some of my very favorite memories include going to Ashland and seeing 3 wonderful plays and musicals, as well as staying in the college dorms. I also remember picking out pumpkins in the pumpkin patch with my older buddy in competitive yet awesome field days. Most other kids never get to experience these things at their schools, so I'm so grateful for all the hard work and planning from the staff and parents that made these events possible. In the words of the great and wise Winnie the Pooh, we didn't know we were making memories, we just knew we were having fun. Thank you. I don't know where the papers went, but it's okay.
They've got it.
Hello, my name is Yates Becker Blees, and I would like to start my speech with a quote. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience, which you really stop to look fear in the face. You're able to say to yourself, I've lived through this horror, I can take the next thing that comes along. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. Eleanor Roosevelt. Always challenge yourself, or you'll never progress. I, in the 8th grade class, would like to thank Mrs. Jensen for teaching the 4th grade at Ashbrook and helping lead Ashbrook to educate new groups of young students as they guide them to become better people. I remember Mrs. Jensen started my interest in geography, which led me to go to the state level in the infamous GOB in 6th grade. She prepared us for the future and provided for each of us the best she could. We'd also like to thank Miss Elliott for teaching the 3rd grade. Our class never got the chance to be taught under her, but I'm sure she is guiding students to become great people as well. I think I can speak for everyone when I say thank you for your work at Ashbrook and the impact it has had on us and others. I would like to thank my parents and family for always motivating and pushing me to be the best that I can, for always supporting me in any hardships, for making my lunches in kindergarten, to clarifying the confusion of online school, and for always persevering through challenges. I wish I could thank all the staff, but I only have a limited amount of time. I'd like to thank Dr. Steckler for fostering a scientific interest for all students, Mr. Hunt for bringing his unique, creative energy to all his classes, Mr. Wilson for helping every single student learn and advance, Mrs. Washburn for ensuring every student is enjoying the class the best you could, and Dr. Gottlieb for growing my writing ability to places I never thought were possible. I've been at Ashbrook since kindergarten, and the 9 years of memories, opportunities, and challenges have clearly benefited my education and my life as a whole. I've been lucky to experience a variety of teachers with different styles, preparing me for any teacher or professor I have in the future. I have stories upon stories from Miss Wheatley's recess and playtime to Dr. Steckler's chemistry labs. I'd like to thank Ashbrook for the doors of opportunity it has opened for my future. I'm sure the boost that Ashbrook has given me will push me to greater limits. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Nathan Callahan. On behalf of the 8th grade class, I would like to thank Miss Phillips, Mrs. Anderson, Miss Ulrich, and Mrs. Jessup for helping the younger students learn and have a great time. I've been at Ashbrook for 9 years of my life. That is about 64%. In my time, I've had 24 different teachers, and when I started, I barely read it all, and my handwriting was so bad, it looked like chicken scratch. Now I can write a 5-page paper in an hour and read a 300-page novel easily. From a basic addition to Algebra 1, from our first grade farm projects, to making our own cardboard boats, I've learned perseverance, determination, and to always try my best no matter what. I would personally like to thank all the teachers that taught me in lower school. They always had great attitudes and fun activities for me and my class to do. I've had many great memories, such as the pumpkin patch, trying to catch leprechauns elaborately, and even a day in kindergarten called Eat Your Math, where all we did for the entire day was eat food. In 6th grade, we got to have our most exciting experience yet, going to Ashland. On our trip there, we played card games with the 7th graders. I remember being a little scared, but way more excited. This was the first time I had been away from my parents for more than a day, ever. I had a fabulous time, but I know I wouldn't have if it wasn't for my class, who always had my back. I remember my best friends, who always kept me interested and excited for the next day of school. I think things never are quite as scary with a friend next to you. Dr. Steckler, thanks for teaching us math. Thanks for teaching us as much as you could about science, from how the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell to how to build roller coasters out of random materials around our houses. Mr. Hunt, thank you for keeping math lighthearted and full of random facts about boats and fishing. And Mr. Olson, thank you for teaching everything I know about art, from the differences between Renaissance and classical art to teaching me how dangerous Pop-Tarts really are. My dad and mom have been here through it all, from science fair to cutting up cow eyes. Every day, they use their own time to drive me to school and back and always provide me with a massive amount of support. I would also like to thank my grandparents for making it possible for me to even attend this fantastic school, and I would like to thank my brother for always getting me to participate in things I never would have without him. At this point in my life, I feel like I have gone so far, and then I think about how far there still is left to go, and I'm excited. I'm excited for a new year in the concrete box that is called CV. For everyone that has taught me anything about anything, I would like to thank you once more.
Hello, my name is Anya Cervantes. On behalf of the 8th grade class, I'd like to thank Madame Biron, or as some know her, Senora Biron, who not only has been teaching us French since elementary school, but also took on teaching Spanish this year. Thank you for teaching us new languages. I think I can say that my whole class is excited about the opportunities that arise from learning a second language like Spanish or French. So, I've been going to Ashbrook since preschool. The last 10 years of my life I've spent learning at this school. I learned how to add 2 plus 2 and how to use trigonometry functions. I learned why the sky is blue and how DNA works. I learned how to write my name and how to give a speech. I have so many memories. Going to the pumpkin patch with our 2nd grade buddies and feeding the fish in the fountain. I remember looking up at the 8th graders and thinking they were so tall and smart and old. But before I knew it, here I am graduating 8th grade. It feels so surreal because I realize I'm not that tall or old, and I still have so much more to learn. I keep realizing that my time spent learning and making memories at this school is just about over. It would be an understatement to say I'll miss Ashbrook. This school has been like a second home for me, even when I was just in kindergarten. My fondest Ashbrook memory is the first outdoor school I went to, in Ashland in 6th grade. We stayed in dorms and ate at the food hall. We explored the town and learned about the plays we watched at the theater. It was the first time I felt like I was part of a true adventure, and I was learning new things and taking more responsibility, not to mention I had a ton of fun. I'd like to give a sincere thanks to all of the staff members over the years at Ashbrook, and all of my teachers, especially, who, of course, I would never be here without. And a special thanks to Mr. Wilson for making math way easier than it looks, and Dr. Stegler, who pushed me to always work hard, even if what we're learning isn't my strong suit. Of course, I'd like to thank my family, specifically my parents. Mom and Dad, you've been here for me for my entire life. Everybody at this school impacted me, but you raised me and shaped me into the person I am today. You've supported me at every turn and supported my education at this wonderful school. Know that I'll love you no matter what. As much as I'll miss everything at Ashbrook, I'm also excited for all the coming opportunities to learn new things. I'm moving into the next chapter of my life, whether I like it or not, and I'm confident there will be new challenges to face and new mistakes to be made. But I also know I'll be able to meet new people and have new opportunities and experiences. Ashbrook and all the people here have shaped me into my best self, and for that I am so grateful.
Hello, Ashbrook family. My name is Jaden Chen, and the 8th grade class and I would like to thank Lu Lao Shi for teaching Chinese in not only an effective, informative way, but also in a fun, enjoyable way. The 8th grade class would also like to thank Mrs. Seckler for making sure that every student is in good mental health and being there when we needed it. It is an honor to receive this opportunity to speak at our graduation today. You're all probably thinking that I'm going to start off with something like when I came to this school for the first time in the 1st grade, or something corny like that. But truthfully, I don't remember anything on my first day here. It's hard to properly comprehend how much of my life was spent at this school. Just the amount of lessons, the amount of meals, and the amount of tests that I've had in this building. I got to see this school evolve throughout the years and see how much everyone around me has grown as people. I remember just learning basic arithmetic and my mind being blown from fractions and decimals in the 4th grade. A few years ago, when I saw the graduating 8th grade class, I thought, wow, I'm going to do that eventually. And here I am, graduating right now. It felt really quick, and yet a few years ago, it felt like it was going to take forever to graduate. But with this COVID situation, I felt that time really sped up in the last year. Although the pandemic is an unfortunate event for many across the world, I thought it put an interesting twist in the last year, which makes graduating more memorable. Strange, unusual events like this make memories stick. My time in Ashbrook has been a long, exciting journey, and I'm glad I got this opportunity. I'm glad that I met the people I did because a lot of fun memories were formed because of their help. I'm grateful for the teachers who guided me towards academic success and prepped me well and gave me a foundation for me to build off of. Every single staff member, I would like to thank them for their hard work. I would also like to thank my parents. My mom, when she would teach me to work hard and then play later, and really helped me develop a good work ethic. And my dad, when he was here, for the great food and just lightening the mood every day, which would motivate me to just keep going. And I will never forget that, ever. I will always remember to just keep walking, even just one step at a time, because that's what my dad wanted. I also had a brother and sister that sadly passed away at a very young age. I was the only one left to walk this journey in life, and I believe that they would also want me to keep going. I can just imagine them right now in the audience cheering me on, being proud of what I've accomplished, being proud of how much I've improved. But I can't focus too much on them because they are gone. I've learned that you can't focus too much on the past or you will miss the future. I must keep walking the path of life. I must keep moving forward. High school is the next adventure I have ahead of me, and I'm a little nervous about it. There's going to be new people, new teachers, and a whole new campus. But I will keep going. I will get through it with a smile. I will improve even further. I will. For Mom, for Dad, for my brother, and for my sister. I will. I will keep going. Thank you.
my name is Ria Gopal. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. once said something that holds true to my education at Ashbrook. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. I would like to express my gratitude for the staff that have positively impacted my experience at Ashbrook. I would like to thank Mr. Trueblood and Mr. McMurdy for always keeping the building clean and picking up all of the stray wrappers that we leave around. I would also like to thank Mr. Hammerstad for helping the teachers and students with all of our technology issues. Also, thank you to Mrs. Koyman for making my first year at Ashbrook special and creating a safe, comfortable environment for a new student, and Mr. Wilson for tutoring me in math so that I could reach my full potential. Thank you to my brother, Rahul, for always cracking a joke or two when I was feeling especially stressed. Finally, and most importantly, thank you to my parents. I couldn't have done it without your kind and encouraging words and actions that supported me through my many projects, tests, and endeavors. Now, on to some of my favorite memories. I remember my first day of school here. One of my main concerns was if I was going to make friends. But it came as a shock when I stepped into the classroom and all of the girls welcomed me with open arms, quite literally. Throughout my 6 years here, one of my favorite times was 7th grade outdoor school, when all of the girls and I stayed up to work on an assignment, but we were just whispering and giggling the entire time until finally our chaperone got sick of it and told us to go to sleep. There were also so many fun electives, from Cafe Club with Dr. Gottlieb to Anatomy and Physiology with Dr. Steckler and Russian History Survey with Mrs. Washburn. I didn't just gain a lot of knowledge on the material, I also learned more about myself and my interests. Not only did I meet so many amazing people and make some special memories, but I also learned a lot of lessons. This school taught me how to be independent and how to always try my hardest no matter what. So thank you, Ashbrook, for giving me friends, memories, knowledge, and wisdom to cherish for a lifetime.
Hello, my name is Johnny Junkins, and on behalf of my fellow classmates, I would like to thank the art teacher, Mr. Olson, for all of his quirky stories and wonderful support, as well as Ms. Gifford and Mr. Holliday for all of the fantastic experiences up on the stage. What a year it has been. I'm thinking of the hundreds of memories made within these school walls, and there are just too many to talk about in this speech. From the different field trips throughout the years, from Ashlands to the pumpkin patch, as well as all of the countless adventures we've had, from core classes to electives to extracurriculars. For it is all of the time here that has really made the lasting impression on who I am. My days here have taught me so much about the world, as well as about myself and who I am striving to be, changing me in more ways than I can count. In 5th grade, I wanted to try something new. I was told that Ashbrook was performing Narnia that term, and it was just too tempting to pass up. I auditioned and was cast as Tumnus. I learned my lines and made good friends with the cast. I was ready for opening night. Surprisingly, nothing really went wrong. I hardly felt any stage fright and only dropped my pipes on stage once. This wasn't nearly as bad as the mishaps of closing night of Eclipse, though. This experience has taught me that neither age nor look, everyone in the grades above us at that time, looked big and scary through my young 11-year-old eyes, changes their personality, or how close you can grow to someone new. I also learned that if you step outside of your comfort zone, there's a good chance that you can expand what you enjoy and feel comfortable doing to include whatever it is you tried out. This is also a good lesson that even if some things do go wrong, it won't be the end of the world. With that, I'd like to thank Ashbrook and all of its teachers, as well as all of the students with whom I've shared time. They've supported me and pushed me to try new hobbies and explore my passions. I would also like to thank every person and dog in my wonderful family, as without you, I would not be here on this podium talking to all of you. I know that our teachers will continue to be supportive and amazing, even after I leave, and I hope that Ashbrook will be a safe space for years to come. I can happily graduate and move on to the next chapter of my life alongside my peers, regardless of what school they're going to next or whatever subject or career they will pursue. And one final thanks to all of you amazing supporters, staff, family, friends, for helping me grow from a little tadpole, hearing the bell for the first time and thinking we had just elevated above 30,000 feet, to the big, beautiful bullfrog I am now, knowing that I go to school in a building and not an airplane. How quickly our time has come to an end. As Groucho Marx once said, time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, my name is Elizabeth Lee. My class and I would like to thank Miss Allie and Miss Pettigrew for always helping out in the office, and Miss Tynon for managing all of Ashbrook's finances to keep the school up and running. Finally, the 8th grade would like to acknowledge Mrs. Washburn for teaching middle school history and for being our 5th grade teacher. Thank you all for the support you give to this amazing school. I would also like to thank my parents and Allison, though you can be annoying, for supporting me and always being there for me. I'll always love you and can never thank you enough. In addition to my parents, I'd like to thank Miss Seckler for helping me through a lot of tough times. I'd also like to thank Mr. Wilson, Dr. Steckler, Dr. Gottlieb, and Mrs. Washburn for helping me whether I was struggling academically, not turning in work, or just having a bad day. I have been attending Ashbrook Independent School for 11 years, over 2,000 days, and have sat through at least 8,800 lectures, and it's been one of the best and longest experiences of my life. Ashbrook is an amazing school with outstanding teachers, interesting classes, awesome people, and dozens of fun activities throughout the school year. I've loved my time here, and Ashbrook will always have a special place in my heart. I have hundreds of great memories from both lower school and middle school. One of my favorite memories from lower school is the 3rd grade play about Thanksgiving, where we got to dress up and sing songs, because that was fun and ridiculous. In middle school, I really liked most classes, whether we had serious, deep discussions or explored funny topics like the importance of being earnest play we studied in English. I loved sleeping with the sharks in 5th grade in outdoor school. Although intimidating at first, both Ashland and the coast turned out to be a lot of fun. And of course, there were so many small, quirky moments that could last seconds but really added a lot of happiness and humor to life. One of the best things that happened to me at Ashbrook was that I grew so much as a person. Firstly, I was new to a lot of things, especially in middle school, and it was difficult to adjust to the material. For example, by the end of 8th grade, I read several dystopias such as Fahrenheit 451 and got through it, which I would have found inconceivable in 6th grade. Even though there is so much left to learn, I look back now and can marvel at how far I've come, from reading a larger variety of books to learning about DNA synthesis. It was a hard, sometimes sad, thrilling, tricky, yet incredibly rewarding experience. I've had some amazing experiences here at Ashbrook, and I'm sad to have to move on, but also ready. I'm grateful for all the support and wonderful learning environment I got to experience. I'm so happy to know I'm part of this incredible class in school. Looking forward, I hope to carry what I've learned into high school and life after that. Again, I've loved my time here and will always remember it. Thank you.
I am Connor Lindberg, and I would like to give a special thanks to Dr. Steckler. She has helped me through the many areas of science she teaches, and I cannot thank her enough.
I have been at Ashbrook since kindergarten and have made many memories. One of my favorite memories to this day, though, is when I first came to Ashbrook. As a brand new kindergartner, I was a little nervous, but the caring community at Ashbrook helped me get on my feet. I quickly made friends with everyone in the class, and Miss Wheatley helped me get used to how the academic part of school worked. I feel that things like this are what separates Ashbrook from other schools and gives it its helpful and caring community. I would like to give a special thanks to my parents for allowing me to be a part of this great community. Funny memory of mine is when I first toured Ashbrook. I got out of the car and saw the big theater tower. I don't know where I heard about it, but I knew detention was a thing and thought the bad kids were taken up to the tower and punished. Thinking back on it, it was pretty funny I thought that, but my 5-year-old self probably did not feel the same way. I hope that with Ashbrook's guidance and knowledge at my back, I have a bright future ahead of me and can't wait to see what comes next.
Hello, my name is Violet Peck-Creech. My peers and I would like to start by thanking Dr. Gottlieb for her kindness and knowledge that she puts into her classes each day. Also to Miss Kelly, who only arrived this year but has already made such an amazing contribution. This is surreal. Graduation is already here, yet it feels like just yesterday I was nervous to leave my parents' hands and go off into kindergarten. Although I didn't start at Ashbrook when I was younger, I still remember my first day in 6th grade. I was not ready to start a whole new life because I did not know what was in store for the next 3 years. But when a couple of girls came up to me and said, "Hey, Violet," I knew that everything was going to be okay. I can honestly say that my experience here is one that will always and forever be in my memory. The lessons I have learned, the friendships I've made. Of course, I would not be standing up here today if it were not for my parents. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for knowing I could do it from the very first day. Your support has been the one thing that I will always be grateful for. To both my siblings, who are definitely the craziest but most wonderful people I have ever known. Now I would like to talk about my class. Wow, you guys are really something. But seriously, even though you had already created such an amazing family here, you always still made me feel like a part of it. You guys truly are a group of outstanding people, and I know you will get as far as you had hoped in life. The biggest thank you to all of my teachers. You have all taught me that it is okay not to get it on the first try, and always encouraged me to keep doing my best. You have also taught me how important life is, and to not always be so focused on your work that you miss the people and places around you. Not only were there so many astounding people at this school, but there were also some pretty awesome classes and activities that came along as well. Thinking back, my favorite class here, although it was hard to decide, had to have been creative writing. The most enjoyable part was getting to write the Ashbrook newspaper. There were also awesome trips like Ashland. One of my fondest memories from the trip was when one night we had come back from watching Othello and the power had gone out. So we all went back to the dorms, and instead of going to bed, we sat down the hall, played music, ate candy, and danced. It definitely was one of the most exciting and enjoyable nights I have ever had. Now that I have gone through middle school, I have learned, improved, and have gotten more hopes and dreams for the future than ever before. I wish that by learning what my friends and teachers have taught me, I will use it to accomplish those dreams one day. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Nina Schwartz. On behalf of the 8th grade class, I would like to thank Ms. Wheatley, Mrs. White, and Mrs. Wall. Thank you all for inspiring the younger students here at Ashbrook and guiding them through their first years of school and education. Ashbrook wouldn't be itself without you. I've been at Ashbrook for 11 years, and I'm so thankful for my time spent here. Throughout my years at Ashbrook, I've learned how to write my name, speak another language, and learned how bad I am at Foursquare. Ashbrook has not only played a significant role in education in my life, but has also been a second home. The close relationships between students and teachers made for a loving and caring environment. I also have so many stories about the unusual trips and moments spent at Ashbrook. Whether we are faking milk cows, or if we are milking a fake cow at the Gilbert house, or making up crazy characters such as Fishman, every day has been an adventure, and I am so thankful for all the memories I have made. My fondest memory at Ashbrook is sleeping with the Sharks in 5th grade. During that trip, I felt a bond begin to form between my classmates and I, a bond that I know will never be broken. I learned that my classmates will always have my back and support me no matter what. Over the many years I've spent at Ashbrook, I developed close relationships with my peers. I have learned so much from you all and can't wait to see what the future holds for all of us. You make me feel at home even if we are at the coast or having dance parties in Ashland. I feel as though I have accumulated 12 siblings throughout the course of my life. Y'all mean so much to me. I would like to take the time to appreciate the teachers who have taught me here at Ashbrook. Y'all have shaped me into the young woman I am today and enlightened me in so many ways. The lessons I have learned from you all will be carried with me through my many years at high school and my whole life. I would especially like to thank Dr. Gottlieb for teaching me the beauty of words and expressing myself through writing. I appreciate all your hard work and dedication towards not only our class, but towards making sure we are improving ourselves and appreciating learning as well. And to Mr. Pugsley for teaching me to accept my mistakes and teaching me to laugh at myself. I would also like to express my immense gratitude towards my parents. Emma, thank you for giving me all your love and support no matter what. You are so smart, loving, and an amazing friend. Thank you for staying up with me until the early hours of the morning to make science fair boards. I love you so much. Dad, thank you for working so hard to provide so many amazing opportunities for me and supporting me in and outside of school. I love you. Maya, you are my best friend ever. Whether we are hanging out at 2 a.m. to write MUN papers or listening to Combinacia, I have the best time. Leo, you are the best. You are the gefilte to my fish. You are my best friend and the funniest person I know. I love you, little bro. Angelica, thank you so much for all your kindness and hard work. I love you so much. And to Audrey for always making me laugh and being my biggest role model. Love ya. I would also like to express my gratitude towards my grandparents. Tata, thank you for being so loving and caring and always being there for me. You are truly an inspiration. Grandma Ann and Grandpa Steve, although I don't get to see you that often, the times I spend with you are moments I will never forget. I love you both so much. Looking back at my time spent here, I remember being in pre-K looking up to the 8th graders and thinking about how one day I will be just like them. Now I'm here giving my 8th grade speech as I turn the page to the next chapter of my life. Thank you.
All right, I think I'm almost the last one. All right, I'm Abe. The Ashbrook 8th grade class of 2021 would like to thank Mrs. Kuhn for creating a fun, educational, and musical experience for all Ashbrook. Also, we'd like to thank the kitchen staff, Mr. Patane and Mrs. Terry, for making nutritious, tasty food every day of the week. All right, for the last 8 years that I've been at Ashbrook, I've learned a lot about science, math, and art, but also about how to communicate with teachers and how to work with others. Ashbrook has given me a lot, and for that I'm grateful. This year and last year were rough, but it gave us really a chance to really appreciate what we have, which is quality education, whether you're inside the classroom or out of it. Not every school can say that for themselves. Though I won't be at Ashbrook in the post-COVID world, I know that Ashbrook has come out stronger because of the pandemic. I won't bore everyone with memories, because I'm sure you've heard a lot of them. Well, maybe I will, a little bit. However, it really is true that some of my best come from Ashbrook, like going on the Ashland trip, traveling to Salem to meet the governor, or making squares tessellate with Mr. Hunt. Thank you for that. Of course, I'd like to thank my parents for their support. Thanks to all my lower school teachers for helping me grow and learn. I'd like to thank Mr. Hunt for his poker, Mr. Wilson for his kindness, Mr. Olson for his stories, Dr. Gottlieb for introducing me to great books, Mrs. Weber for keeping us fit, and Mrs. Washburn for making fun and creative lessons. I'd like to thank Dr. Steckler for always pushing me to try my hardest and making an outstanding class for all of us. I'm grateful for the opportunity that you've given me in college chemistry. Plus, I'd like to thank Mr. Pugsley, even though he isn't here anymore, for fostering my interest in Model UN, politics, and mock trial, and just for being a great and funny teacher. In addition, I'd like to thank our Chinese teacher, Lu Zhang Chen, for teaching me Chinese for the past 4 years. Your class is enjoyable, educational, and tasty, with zhengzi, mooncakes, and more. 我一直期待你的课，谢谢你. I guess I want to end with thanking my classmates for being kind and relatively supportive, even in my first days at Ashbrook. Over the years, it's been fun. We've been together as a class for a long time, and I'm glad you guys aren't really mean. As we look forward to the future, I'm happy that I've been able to attend Ashbrook, and grateful for the education and memories. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that you've prepared us well for the world ahead. Thank you.
All right.
Hello, my name is Reed Gold, and on behalf of the 8th grade class, I would like to thank Mr. Hunt and Mr. Wilson for teaching middle school students math as well as finance, typing, and fine art. Thank you both for providing all middle school students with the skills to succeed in later math classes. 10 years, 90 months, 391 weeks, 2,737.5 days. I've been a member of this school for 71% of my life, and that's what makes it so hard to accept the fact that I am actually leaving. That also means that I've spent 71% of my life around my peers, and I am thankful for that opportunity to make such good friends. I'm thankful for much in life. I'm thankful for my parents' support in both my education and extracurricular activities. I'm thankful for my grandparents, who are maybe a little too nice to me, but I'd be lying if I said I disliked that. I'm thankful for my brother for pushing me to attempt to keep up with him, although I rarely could. I'm thankful to Ms. Wheatley for showing me that teachers can be kind and helpful. I'm thankful to Mr. Pugsley for sparking my interest in both national and international politics. I'm thankful to Mr. Olson for always encouraging and entertaining us in art class with his funny stories and helpful lessons. I'm thankful to all of my teachers for giving me the opportunity to earn a great education. But I am most thankful to my friends for adding constant variety to my school life and keeping things interesting and unpredictable. I've gone through so many different experiences at this school, such as the day before my first day of pre-K, when all the kids came in and played around in the playground area to familiarize themselves with the environment. I remember that within the first 5 minutes, I met Liam, and now I've been stuck with him, had the joy of being his best friend, for almost 10 years. I still remember all the read-ins of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. I remember fondly the Gilbert House of Kindergarten, and I remember staying up till 5 in the morning playing cards in Ashland. All of these experiences make it hard to leave behind the place that they all happened, and the people that they happened with. However, I am also excited to go out into the world and use the skills that I have learned here. I will certainly miss the members of my class that aren't joining me at Corvallis High School, but I will feel happy knowing that they are succeeding no matter where they are. This school has prepared every one of us for the experiences that are sure to come, and it has also taught us how to solve problems that may be unexpected. I've grown quite a lot since my arrival at this school. It took a lot of time, but it happened in the end. I'm now able to write rather well, complete algebraic equations and geometric figures, and I've learned a lot of history. But on top of all the academic experience that Ashbrook has taught us, I am also very grateful for all the friends that I have made. I have learned so much from this school, and I am very grateful for that opportunity, but I am nowhere close to finished learning. People often say that any time you end a chapter, a new one begins, which I believe to be true. Before I leave, I would like to say one last time thank you to all of my teachers over the years for the great education that I received, and congratulations to my fellow classmates on completing this chapter in our lives. I hope to see you in the next one.
All right. Thank you very much, graduates. I'm going to enjoy watching that again on video. That's going to be great. Thank you all very much. And now the next step of this is a little bit strange. I'm going to call and introduce a graduate's name, and they're going to walk up, and they're going to find their bag. In their bag, these have all been isolated for a number of days so that they're safe. Your certificate of graduation and a few parting gifts are in the bag. You'll find yours. You'll pick it up, but then you'll stop, and you'll turn because your family may want pictures, and you'll pause. Give it a good 5 to 10 seconds, and then go sit down. All right? Everyone understand? All right. So the first person that I'd like to introduce, graduating from Ashbrook this year, is Yates. Oh, Yates Brucker Blease. I'm sorry. I forgot that. then it is next my pleasure to introduce Nathan Callahan. Next, I get to introduce Anya Cervantes. Next, I get to introduce Jaden Chen. Next, my pleasure to introduce Reed Gold. Next, I get to introduce Ria Gopal. Next, I get to introduce Liam Gottlieb. Next, I get to introduce Johnny Junkins. And next, I get to introduce Elizabeth Lee. Next, I get to introduce Connor Lindberg. next, I get to introduce Violet Peck-Creech. And next, it's my pleasure to introduce Nina Schwartz. And last, it's my pleasure to introduce Abe Sy. All right, thank you very much. Thank you, grads. You're almost done, just a little bit more talking, and then everyone wants a picture with you. And there are 3 backdrops set up for you. You can pick one, or you can do one for everyone. There's the one over there, you guys can see it. There's one down by the front door, the main office, and then the big sign out by the street has got balloons all over it, so you guys can kind of pick the one that you like, okay? Thank you very much, parents, and thank you, staff, and thank you to all the precious little people that are watching us right now. Thank you to the special people in all of our lives that we call our grands. One day, I hope to see all the people in the school, everyone in the whole school graduating like this. I hope these guys have set a really good example. I believe they have. You guys are all going to get up here one day. Okay? Ashbrook is very proud of you all, and I'm proud and really thrilled to have been able to work with you, 8th graders, many of you from kindergarten. Since those early days, we've had this simple hope for you. We want you to see yourself the way that we see you, as powerful, capable humans ready for your next challenge. We spent years giving you all kinds of trials and tribulations, big and small, academic, personal, social, and physical, not so much to test you, but to show you how strong you are. Your best selves are cocooned inside of yourself. Challenge is what sets them free. I've seen that you are all able to travel with contagious fun and adventure. You crave a challenge, and you're sort of insulted if the work is too easy. That's the Ashbrook way. Our task all these years has been to show you what we saw way back when we first met. Not some future potential you or some future you might realize, but the power in your present humanity. You all thought I was torturing you just for fun, and well, it was fun. It was also so much more than that. You never were empty cups to be filled with information. We did not hope or dream or believe in some future for you. We chose to see what you already are. You don't need to become, you already are. Ask your parents about when you were born, and they will tell you that you were tiny, but you were powerful already. It's inevitable. It's in your humanity. At school, every day, I hope that you all face hard times, that you all had a chance to fail, to look ridiculous, that you face personal disasters, big and small, that you did not back down or quit, also the Ashbrook way. What gave you the grit and the strength to stay in that vulnerable position? I think it's partly because you felt the love of this community, all these people gathered here. Look at everyone. Take a second and look around. Everyone here had your back. They had your best interests in mind, your family, your grands, your friends. this staff, even all the kids that you can't see that are watching on these cameras, we collectively, all of us, have each other's back. We like to let our freak flag fly, some of us maybe a bit higher than others. This has been a place for everyone to do that, for all of you, to feel safe. Please take that feeling out into the world with you and spread it. The people in this world are terrified of being left out, of being excluded, humiliated. Do your best to show them that it's going to be okay, that it's going to be safe, as long as we travel together. And with that, I declare the class of 2021 graduated.
Hello, Celia. How are you? Yeah, we ended early. That went smoothly, I think. I know.
Nice job, Mr. Olson. Oh, thank you. Very nice. Causing mystery.
I would like to get them all together for a picture.
Yes. Now we'll see which one they like the best. Which one of these back rows they like the best.
We can certainly try.
I'm kind of curious.
Where do you want to do it? Like by the
Scoot.
Okay.
Hey, Cecilia.